as you can tell from the title, this is going to be my update on my lock journey. It is, sorry, it's the end of the day. It is Tuesday, April 24th. I originally finished installing my starter locks on March the 30th. So that was my day one. And this Friday will be 4 weeks in on the journey. So I'm excited about it. I have ran into a few struggles. I've noticed some changes, and I've been the accomplice in some of those struggles. So I'm going to explain that and what I've been going through and show you guys some pictures and videos, video footage of my hair in the first 3 weeks. So this is my hair today, and I didn't do too much to it because I kind of wanted you guys to see how it looks in the raw form. And most of the time, like, it is not looking like polished or anything at all. I still have my two strand twist pattern, of course. I'm very early in the journey, so I don't expect for my 2-strand twist pattern to dissipate anytime soon. But my main focus in the first couple of weeks was making sure that, you know, my ends were staying intact, and, you know, that I was popping my locks like this to, you know, keep up with my parting. And if you guys can tell, I have done a retwist. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So I jotted down some notes so I won't forget anything. And my install was the 30th of March. And then on April 6th, which was 1 week after installing, I did end up washing my hair. And the reason for that is because I've been working out a lot, and then I went to CrossFit class for the first time, and I was sweating and I was on the floor and I just felt really dirty, so I wanted to wash my hair. And I used some Suave Rosemary shampoo because I like how it made my scalp feel. And then after that, I used my Nativelynatural growth oil. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this, but this really brought the shine back to my hair. So this is what my hair looked like the day before I washed it, and this was like a week in of having my starter locks in. They were looking really, really nice, no unraveling. And then this is how my hair looked the day that I washed it. So this was probably like a half an hour after I washed it, and it was starting to air dry. And the only product I had in there was a little bit of my Naturals growth oil. It was soft and it wasn't unraveling, so I was really happy about, you know, my first wash. On April 10th, I actually went swimming, and after I got finished swimming, of course, there was chlorine in my hair, so I wanted to cleanse that out. And I used my Natural sulfate-free cleanser, moisture cleanser, and I knew that this wouldn't strip my hair, but it would get it clean, and I feel like this would be the best thing, especially since it was so close between the time that I washed it the first time. So after I did that, I used the Naturals growth oil again, and this is how my hair looked right after I washed it from swimming. It was still looking nice, no unraveling, and I was really excited and happy and just, you know, set on just going to the end of the month, and then just hopefully at the end of the month do my retwist. I was really focused on the fact that I didn't want any unraveling, that I didn't think about like loose strands, and I actually realized that I have so many, and I still have them. In any given area of my hair, you can see those loose strands, and then I noticed like my roots, like I couldn't see my part again, and I was like, okay, I gotta get a hold of this. So I did some research, and I seen where some people kind of recommend like you might just have to go ahead and retwist early, or whenever you do wash your hair, if you notice a lot of loose strands emerging at the roots, then you can go ahead and retwist your hair every time you wash it, like in the beginning. So after I read all of that, I just decided I want to get a hand on the loose strands and the merging of my roots. Even though I was like snapping and popping my roots, they were still merging. So I went ahead and I washed my hair on the 15th of April. And then after I washed my hair, I did my retwist. And for the most part, it was a pretty good retwist. I was really, really nervous about it because I was trying to make sure I twist the right way. And what I did was I just twisted the root. I applied my Naturals botanical defining gel, and I retwisted the root in the direction that I originally twisted the twist, and then I palm rolled down, and I tried to make sure I gathered all the, you know, loose strands and put them in their correct twist. And I used these clips, which I will not do again, but I ordered some of the single prong small ones, and they sent me these instead. And I really wanted to retwist my hair, so I just used these. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to get me some of the little double prong ones, because I feel like those will hold my new growth, and my retwist. I feel like it will hold it more taut and help it to last longer. So it's been about a week and 2 days since I did the retwist, and this is how my roots are looking. It's only been like a couple of days shy of 4 weeks, but I'm really happy about, you know, how they're holding up, especially on the ends. The only thing that's driving me crazy is these loose strands, because they're back. But I have confidence that once I do my next retwist, whenever that is, that I can just palm roll, and I'm just going to keep trying to incorporate them into their proper twist, because that's another tip that I saw some people were suggesting. And there are not that many changes in my twist. As you can see, they have swollen up some. A few of them I'm pretty sure are going to be looking like they're bunching or whatever, but it's kind of hard to tell if it's any type of locking activity going on. I'm not sure. So this is, you can kind of see. I'm sorry, my front camera is really bad, but we shall see how this goes. But if you have any advice for me, any comments or questions or whatever, just leave it below. Anyone you want to point me into their direction, I appreciate it. Again, I am doing this myself, and I know that it's not going to be like a professional, and I wanted it to do, you know, to do it myself. So I'm excited about it. If you're thinking of doing locks, make sure you research starter lock 2-strand twist and starter lock kumquats, because they all have, like, they have their different pros and cons. The reason why I wanted to do the twist is because I kind of felt like the twist would be better for me, because I knew I was going to be wanting to wash my hair and stuff, and I know that coils are sensitive to water. But with the twist, you have to deal with stuff like this, like the loose strands and stuff, because I think you don't really have loose strands as much maybe with kumquats, but I'm not sure. But you know, each method has its pros and cons, and I chose this method, and I'm just gonna ride with it and try to do it the best that I can. So yeah, I sleep in my satin bonnet. I love manipulation, styling. I have some headbands here that I style my hair with sometimes when I go to work, so that it's not in my face, because I work with kids, and then I have my own kids. So yeah, I have to have my hair kind of like out of my face, or I just wear my bonnet if I'm at home. Yeah, I just want to get a hold of these strands and stuff, and I don't want to lose my party. So that is it, and thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video update.